and welcome to ECISD at Home with AVID. My name is Virginia Hunt. I am the AVID District Coordinator. AVID stands for Advancement via Individual Determination. Today, we are going to talk about careers. Has anybody ever asked you, what do you want to be when you grow up? How do you know what to answer? Most of us know what we see. A career that your parents have, jobs that they go to, maybe doctors, firemen, lawyers. There's lots of options, but how do you decide? The essential question for today is, what steps do I follow to know what career I should work towards? Today we're going to set up 3-column notes. The first column is what, the middle column is how, and the last column is why. We will be taking most of our notes on our first 2 columns. I'll give you a little bit of time to set up your notes. So, ready? Step number 1, self-awareness. Get to know yourself. Might sound kind of weird, but you need to know, what activities do you like to do? What are your hobbies? The best way to get to know yourself is to take a career interest inventory. Hi, welcome to Access for Success. This quick video is going to show you how to log into Access and take your career interest inventory. So the first thing you need to do is go to the Ector County ISD webpage. Here under quick links on the left-hand side, you will find the Access Gateway link. Once you click on that, it'll take you to the Gateway homepage, where you would then need to click Avatar ICE, which is where you go to log in. You utilize your ecisd.school Google email to log in, and once you're here, you notice the navigation bar in white with the different buttons under career interest. The 4th button down is My Career Interest Survey. Once you click that, it'll take you straight to the survey page. You have 16 pages to go with. You can decide which activities you like, what are your personal qualities that describe you, and what school just subjects that I like. Click your first instinct. Go quickly through this. It should take about 8 to 10 minutes. Click next to get to the next page. And at the end, you should find out which careers match your interests. Take this survey a few times through the year, and definitely several times in your life, as you narrow down what your interests are and what careers would be best for you. See you later. Thank you for joining us. Okay, let's add to our notes. What was the first step? Getting to know yourself. Add that under what? How can we get to know ourselves better? By completing a career interest inventory. And these are the steps to get there. You go to the ECISD homepage, go to Access Gateway Platform, and find your career interest survey. Okay, so what is step number 2? Step number 2 is career awareness. You need to build your career awareness and explore a variety of different careers. Access has a career interest section as well. It works very well, and I can take you to it right now. It works very well. Instead of going to your career interest survey, you stay here home and you find all of the different careers that they have following a variety of different sectors. Now, the cool thing about having a platform like this is that you get to see the difference. For example, if you're interested in engineering, what's the difference between civil engineering and chemical engineering? There's another platform called Texas Career Check that allows you to explore careers. And this platform is sponsored by the Texas Workforce Commission. So it actually tells you occupation trends and which jobs and job descriptions are follow those trends. Okay, guys, let's go back to our notes. Step number 2 was exploring careers. You want to know more about how much do the careers pay? What education do I need to do those careers? What are the work conditions? Two resources that can help you get that information is the ECISD Access Gateway and the Texas Career Check. Okay, guys, so we've already gotten to step number 2. Let's see what step number 3 is. Meet with career experts. As this is such an important piece. This is where you get to know exactly what is required on an everyday basis for the different careers. Start interviewing everyone you meet, especially those that match with the careers that you're interested in. If you don't know an engineer, Access for Success has career experts that have been interviewed by us every Friday at 11 and 2. You can also attend these live sessions at 11 and 2 on Fridays by joining the online talk right here. Let's go ahead and meet some of these career experts. The really cool thing about Access for Success is that they bring the career experts to you in a virtual platform. And these experts are local. Some of them went to the school that you went to.
Stuff. My name is Adam Farber. I did grow up here. I went to Gonzales Elementary and Nimitz and Permian High School. So I'm sure many of you students will be familiar with that. What I found really interesting at UTPB is there were, a lot more people like me that wanted to be more than they knew they ever could, really. When I started at UTPB, I kind of wanted to be a pharmacist. I knew I liked what we call STEM now today. But back then, I just liked science, right? I liked biology classes and chemistry classes. To tell the truth, before college, I had never, not even once, considered being a physician. Nobody in my family was a doctor or a nurse or anything. It was never something that I had any real grasp of what it was to be or what it took to get there or what a daily, Monday and Tuesday and Saturday and Sunday were for a physician. I had no idea. And so I kind of just dove in and went for it and did end up getting into school in Galveston, Texas. And so I think you can do literally anything you want to staying in Texas and training in Texas. And I'm a huge advocate for it. But we're fortunate that our state is large. We have several metropolitan places and lots of diversity. And truly, my experience here in Odessa made me want to grow, not only professionally, but in my diverse experience with my friends and colleagues and people I was training with. And when every time you take a step and you kind of figure out how you can succeed and get a little bit further than you ever thought you could, you figure out there's another step you can do. And if you do that enough times, if you just kind of commit to it and do what it takes, you'll end up in places that you had absolutely no idea you would be or could be, for that matter. So
Mr. Mendoza, do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yes, I'm originally from Kermit, Texas, and I started working. I came to Odessa, started working for the Odessa Police Department in 1987, before cell phones.
That's funny.
I've been here for 33 years. Never gone anywhere else other than the city of Odessa. I've always been a city of Odessa police officer. I'm married. I have 2 kids that are grown. They live in Houston, Texas. I do have an associate's degree from Odessa College, and that's one of the reasons why I was able to promote to lieutenant, was because I went back to college and got more education. And that's one of the things that I would say to kids nowadays, especially those that that are not sure about whether they want to go to college or not. I was the same way. And what I say to you kids is that always go to college, because you're going to regret it if you don't. I thought that once I got out of high school that I would never have to take another test. I would never have to study or anything like that ever again. And I was so wrong. No matter what career you take, and you go to, you're always going to be studying, you're always going to be taking tests, you're always going to be receiving and obtaining information that's going to help you in that career. So don't ever go with that myth that you will never need to learn anything else once you finish high school, because you're selling yourself short, and no one ever wants to do that. So I learned that the hard way, because I was already in law enforcement when I went back to school, and that's also, you can do that. I know that one of the big things with the Odessa Police Department is when you are working for the police department, they will pay your way through college. So if you don't get a degree, that's on you, because the city of Odessa wants to make sure that they give you all the opportunity in the world, not only to get educated and get a degree, but to be an asset to the department and the city of Odessa as well. So always remember that.
My name is Aparna Reddy. I'm a hospital pharmacist, and I'm currently at Odessa Regional Medical Center in Odessa, Texas. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the pharmacy career and give you a tour of our pharmacy. And when we're done, we'll take any questions that you might have. As far as my background, I am a hospital pharmacist, and I've been a hospital pharmacist for about 8 years. Of course, there's lots of different things you can do with pharmacy. You can also go into your community pharmacies, such as your Walgreens, your Walmart, or your little independent pharmacies. You can do research. There's lots of different things you can do. To tell you a little bit about how you go about becoming a pharmacist. So there's a few different paths that you can go to become a pharmacist, but the main one that people do is after you finish high school, you usually do a college degree, which is usually a 4-year college degree. And after you complete that, you usually do a 4-year pharmacy degree. And when you're done with that degree, you have a Doctor of Pharmacy degree. And that lets you basically practice pharmacy in any setting. Of course, you have to also go and get your pharmacy license and pass some exams in each state. And then once you have that license, you can go practice as a pharmacist. Sometimes there's a little quicker pathway. Some people just go straight to a 6-year pharmacy program rather than college and then pharmacy school. So that's a little bit of a quicker pathway to get there. Most people, when they get done with pharmacy school, they get out and they go straight into practice. The majority of pharmacists do work in retail pharmacies, the ones you see whenever you go to the store and you see them behind a counter. There are also, as I mentioned, a number of other places that pharmacists can work.
So now that we've met a few career experts, make sure that you add to your notes. What are your steps? You have to meet these career experts. You have to ask them questions, maybe shadow a few of them on their jobs, maybe find internships. All of this is called networking in the professional field. And a way of networking is a way of connecting with people and experts in that career. So these are some of the resources available to you. The Career Expert Live online talks on every future Friday at 11 and 2, and the recorded talks that are available to you on demand whenever you want them. So what's the last step? Meet with your school counselor. School counselors are there to help you. They can help you align your courses with your career interests and help you make that action plan so that you have the steps that you need. But don't just show up at their office. Make an appointment, send an email, or leave a note. That way, they can dedicate the time that is necessary for you and your family to come over and make this plan. So there you go. What steps do you need to follow to know what career I should be working towards? First, you get to know yourself a little bit more, and you can do some career interest inventories. Then you explore careers, maybe based on the inventory or based on some of your interests. Meet some of those career experts, virtually live or virtually recorded. And definitely don't forget to stop and make an appointment with your school counselor so that you can set up that action plan. So you still have that third column on your notes. This is where you can start making those connections to why these steps are so important to you. And you can reflect and connect on that third column. Thank you so very much for joining us for ECISD at Home. And remember, we are here to support you in your journey to your dreams.